All right. Hello. I did the transition thing. Oh, look how smooth. Looks so much nicer. Maybe eventually there'll be a graphic there. Blythen is here. How's it going, Blythen? Good to see you. Captain Shrimp. No. I'm half blind. Captain Synapse. I see what you did there, sir. Now I see what you did there. Well, I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm going to give it a little bit here. We're just going to hang out, for a little while and talk about stuff while a couple people come in. I don't think we're going to have very long of the game today. So I don't know if we're going to play another game after, or we're going to do a short stream, or what's going to go on. But I think we're going to jump right into the end game when we come in, because I did have to look up a solution, unfortunately. But I would have never figured it out, because there's a fundamental part of the game I misunderstood, but that's neither here nor there. So Blythen's doing good, taking some programming classes. Great. I'm your favorite internet devil's lettuce smoker. Well, that is, I'm actually, that's awesome. There's a lot of them out there. You remember Custom Grow 420? I think he's still around, but he was my early internet guy, and then he just kept going. Henry is always stressed about this time of day for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I've not figured that out yet. Maybe it's because I'm live. Maybe he's just nervous. Definitely a nervous dog, that's for sure. That is for sure. Nervous. That going? Got that going? It's the mailman and everyone else, I think. But yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna hop in and make our way. It will take us a little while to get to where we need to go. So, without further ado, let me get the game. This is your first time here. You're welcome to ask questions or point out comments or concerns. Yep, that's what we do here. Any questions you want to talk about? Also, please let me know if you can't hear me or I'm too quiet or anything like that. Ah, thank you. One day I'll remember. I started using studio mode. And now you have to hit the transition button. There we go. Hey, look at that. Should be good to go now. Thanks, Edoc. Much appreciated. But yes, Mr. Synapse. You're welcome to ask any question you like, FPV or non. What did we need to do? Hold on, let me remember. Yeah. Which room, though? Third. Think for a second there, where I was going. There's some heavy spoilers in this, so if you don't want those, unfortunately, it's not a good time to be here. Alright, here we go. It's about to get wild, apparently. Where am I even going? Oh, right, I know where I'm going. Here we go. Hey, Sonic Tonic, how's it going? Good to see you. We're about to finish this game. We're gonna see my memory is bad again because I don't remember what to do. Captain Synapse says, great, so I have this one quad with the full-size DJI Air unit, 6S setup. My FC only got 5-volt out. Yep, so I wired it to the 10-volt out on the 4-in-1 T-Motor Pacer 60 amp ESC. All good until I raise the throttle. Do these ESCs drop the amp in flight so bad? Not really sure. Not really sure what you mean by that one. Let me check the specs on that T-Motor Pacer. So the 10-volt on that T-Motor Pacer, that 10-volt is only 2 amps. And I bet it's not, I mean, it might be, but I bet it's not that well shielded, like grounded or sunk or whatever you want to call it. So it's probably not the best solution. I mean, 2 amps is okay. It's not like it's not terrible, but if anything else is running on that 10 volts, or if there's like a lot of noise, if it's just not very clean. I mean, there's a lot of capacitors on that board, so. Yeah, I would just not trust that 10 volt. So it's probably just that 10 volt. Yeah, so the air unit is 9 to 17 watts, I believe, depending on power output, and then like current heat. So I believe it's like if you have 17 watts, then 17 watts is going to be 10 volt 1.7 amp, and with any amount of headroom there, I don't know that I would trust it too much. The Beck's also going to heat up, and like how much is it rated for? And like, yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't trust it. Just buy a separate Beck, probably for that build, or you're going to have to get a FC that's got a regular like a DJI output. Or switch to a Vista. Lots of choices. Hope that helps. If we can go discover the mystery. Because once again, I've got to remember how to get down to the boat. I think I've got to do the cross the bridge thing again. Pretty sure I do. We know the routes. Hopefully do it in a good time. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna go back across the bridge. I'm gonna take the boat. I think this is the end of the game coming up. So again, if you care about spoilers, might want to pop out. I mean, there's a lot of spoilers you've seen already, but we're gonna finish the game. So. Or maybe not. Maybe there's 4 hours after this, so I don't know about, but I'm almost positive we're hitting the climax. Ah, Synapse, thank you so much for the $5 dues. Is those euros? Is that a euro symbol? Yes. Pounds are the other thing. 31 years old, and I don't know which symbol is euro and pounds until I think about it. But the euro looks like an E, right? That's the whole thing. Anyway, thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Olé! Boy. Don't do it today. I don't even know what we're trying to get to. That hasn't even become clear. You know? Down here. Just following the puzzle. So now the idea is, we won't get pulled out when we get in trouble with the alarm, because when the snuffer dings, we'll be dead. Because we killed ourselves. That's why we're not even going slow, because we're not affected by the snuffer. Booyah. What will we find? Really don't know. Right, well, let's light all the candles so we can see. Appropriate. Here we go. Right. Oh boy. Oh, the telescope. Light it up. There we go. Are we gonna meet a nice antler guy? I mean, that's what I'm presuming will happen. Yep. Knew it. Can you teach me the language? Oh, please, teach me the language. Waiting on this for a while. Yep, it sure is. I bet. He turned it off. Don't know why. Gotta hold it inside, bud. Hey, Ramdunka, how's it going? This is the Nomai. Right? Yep. want it back? Okay. There you go. Oh, fuck. I was like, is he gonna let me back out of here? Coming back, though. Oh, where's he off to? What can he do? They're all dead. There's the staff again. I'll double check that for you there, Synapse. Like you're talking about the 6 to 60, 12 to 12S one. Looks like if you're giving it 6S in, it'll give you 2 amps out at 9 volts. So, I don't know. You might want a little more than that, because that's kind of like right around the line of where you're okay with. It says the 12 volt out is also 2 amps. So that's better. That's 24 watts. So that would probably be okay. So just make sure you switch it to 12 volt and then run it on 2 amp, and I would expect that to be okay on 6S. June Loco's here. How's it going, June? Good to see ya. Compost Pile's here. How's it going, Compost Pile? Compost Pile recommends a capacitor. Yeah, capacitor definitely helps out. But I wouldn't expect like just the throttle, just the effects he's having to be from a lost capacitor. It sounds like that Beck's browning out. In here now. What did he leave me? Are we going off into the sunset? Where are we going? Where? Wait, what? Where is he though? Here? Oh boy. Well, now I don't know what's going on. Do I have to do that again? Where was that boat at? But oh, this game is so fucking obscure. But do I have to go find the other craft? I don't know. He said, oh, I don't know. Sure, where to go? Like, is he out of the loop at all? Is he gonna be on the same? Do I have to do that again? Sure, it accounts for that, but I guess we need to go find out. No, I need to go see if he's out of the loop. This room wasn't the one he was in, right? Or maybe it was. Guess he died too, so. Ram Dunker, I think I need more information than that. Like what motors on what build and what was your draw before and have you calibrated amperage? All that kind of jazz. Like what happens when you get over 25%? You know, the EST doesn't limit current. So Normally when you go above a certain point, you'll continue to draw amperage because you're continuing to increase RPM. What's that over there? That place I've been? I don't know. Maybe. We gotta find this fucking guy. So we gotta go see if he's... This thing is gone. We're gonna open this shit every time. So what do we do after we do this? I don't know. Travis Stevens is here. How's it going, Travis? Yeah, it didn't stick. Damn, son. Oh well, I guess we'll do it again. That. Wayne Hayworth, how's it going? My day's going alright. I know nothing about fixed wing there, Travis. So we're gonna go rescue the prisoner again. Right? Calls the elevator, we go down. Yeah, definitely. International shipping would definitely be a bitch. I don't even know how to get it over there safely because it's so big. Blaine Hayworth, the HD0 Cams, both on the Discord and on their Facebook group, they have a posting of when they're going to come out. I think the next release is 6 a.m. EDT, and then the following day it'll be 12 p.m. EDT. Hello, sir. Do this again? Yeah, do this again? Okay. We do. You gonna go get the stick again? Right? Can I get it? Grab it. Well, bummer. He is in the loop. I was hoping he was out of it. We're gonna watch this again then. It made me watch it. Oh. Jet fuel, Rabdonko. My pinch in my neck yesterday that we talked about has moved down to the back behind my shoulder blade. So that's fun. Just trying to absorb all this story here. So, all of them made this machine to come out here, put this clothing out here, and then cover the eye. Right? They wanted to stop the eye from affecting everything. That's on the Earth planet, and he was looking at the moon. Right? Hold on. Hold on. Can we not? No, we can't. There's an effect outside of the bubble. Okay. Ship lands, we know about that. We know about this part from the main game. Civilization comes, gets made, gets destroyed. And they leave implants in the statues we know about, and then we show up. Not us, but like another explorer shows up. They find the information, put it in the museum. And then based on that information, they go out in search of the eye. On a PC, Propwash. He wants me to give him this thing back. We good? We're done with all this? So I gave him this back, right? And then he goes up in the elevator. Can't sneak in there. He's gonna go up. Walk across. The elevator comes back down from me. And I get... Alright, I don't know. We'll have plenty of time. I mean, we have like 10 minutes plus to the end of the loop, so... I believe we can figure out what the fuck to do. Because I'm dead right now. The only way I got past the lock was because I'm dead. So you can't get here without being dead, as far as we know. back here. Take this thing? No. Right. We're gonna go out here. Get the vision from the thing. Confirm what this is what I don't really remember as well. Okay, well I gotta pay more attention. Okay, we're in a forest with pink leaves. We're on a coast. He's got the telescope. Then we're pushing off. I don't recognize this at all. But what the fuck does that mean? Can't take the torch. What have I learned? You know? Sometimes this game. Can I do this? Nope. I mean, Japanese forests have pink leaves. Berry blossom trees, right? And also, the world we're living in here, I don't know that I'm really... There's anything stops at the trees. But I don't have a way out. I don't have a way out of here. I'm dead. Presumably I should have learned something. Like, presumably that was to teach me something, right? But I'm trying to figure out what I would have learned. Like, can he go effects? Like, what did he go affect? Can we go up here? What's up here? Have I been up here? Oh, we can get out of here. Oh, we can't go very far. Forgot. We can take the elevator up into the closed bell. So we can sort of go somewhere. Where's the bell? Is he here? How the hell did he get out? Where did he go? If I die here, I'm sure I'd die. I guess. Like, maybe it was a route for the boat, but you don't get on the boat at a coast like that with it pointing the way it was. At least we haven't yet. Oh, this damn game. Well, if I go in the water down there, I die, because the fire goes out. The alarms can't wake me up. I can't get out of that area. Well... okay, hold on. We got time. I got two ideas. One is... what does this look like now with the weird world? Anything different? No. We're surrounded on all sides by the wall. Okay. Okay, we're gonna drop that there. This is the same, yeah. Well, the only other thing I can think to try is to go die in the fire. Won't put out my fire, so presumably I won't die, but I like can't. Yeah, this is not. I don't think that was intended anyway. But I mean, presumably I was supposed to learn something from that. Or I'm supposed to find him and get on the boat, but how the hell do I even get out of there? Now I don't know what to do. Oh, I do know what to do. Hey, Bri, how's it going? I do know what to do. Fuck. This game is so smart. Just really have to think about all the concepts they're teaching you, and it's hard because they've taught you so many concepts. Okay. I've been going to the third area. Because I know that that won't go underwater, so the fire doesn't go out, right? But what if... I don't know yet, actually. I gotta find out. But what if, when the fire goes out in the first area, I've already rescued him? So, like, I die in the fire, I go rescue him, he's out, and then the fire goes out. Will I die? Or will I get pushed back out alive again? I don't think I'll be alive again, but it's worth a shot. Otherwise, what the fuck do I do? And last time I thought I was wrong, I wasn't wrong, so... Actually, the last 2 times. Try it. Yeah. Keep an eye out for pink trees. Big deal, Bri. Tomorrow, if you guys are interested, at the same time I'll be starting at noon. Noon Mountain Time. I'll be joined by Mr. Bardwell. We'll be playing Cuphead. Okie dokie. This one. Let's try it. I think they just die, that's why they scream. I don't think they just come out, but... Because they're all still dead in the room, but, you know. I don't know. We're gonna try it. We should test what happens if we do this, actually. You do die. Okay. We need to make sure of that. Be right back. I thought I was gonna smash right through this. I thought I was right at the end. Then that guy has just got giving me more mystery. I need a way to get out once I save him, I think. That's what it feels like. What's this say again? Where is it? Here. No. Here. Tell me anything. Right, either one or two things happen, I think. Either we learn something that I'm missing. I don't understand why getting on that boat and going towards the sun. Wait, is he trying to tell me to find a boat that looks towards the sun? And then get on it? How would I do that, though? Because that doesn't really happen. But, yeah, I either need to find him on a boat with the sun or something, or he's taught me something. Hell if I know. Which or what. So one of my thoughts is... You know, what if I go, oops. What if I go back in and then let the water pull me out? I think it'll pull me out, but I'll die. We're gonna find out. Yeah, the main game is also very intricate. Compost pile. It's basically spending the whole game teaching you, just like this is, it's teaching you rules. And then you're using those rules to find new rules. And then once you find all the rules, you can get to a thing. I didn't like learn anything about this, right? No, he still didn't teach me the goddamn language. One day we'll figure it out. No. Who's missing? To be quick, we just gotta go over here. Blow. Hey Brandon, how's it going? Good to see ya. go. Just a reminder for everybody that has just shown up, or has been here. You're welcome to ask me any FPV or other questions if you'd like. Brandon says, I crashed a few times ripping in the riverbed. I got a bunch of grit in a motor. Thing took off runaway after one crash because the motors are gunked up. Had to dial down the tune in the field. Ugh. Yeah, when you're on the edge. Living on the edge. Be careful. I don't know, Brandon, but it sounds like it. It just depends on how well it works out. I don't know enough about filtering. There's too much math I didn't do. So, try not to get too big on the filter discussions. Yeah. Rescue homeboy. Oh no! Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, well, we got time. That doesn't sound fun, Brandon. Yeah, Bri, I don't know enough about filtering to, like, know why or how or what's magic about what. Okay. We lost some time, but I think it's fine, 'cause we're gonna have to wait to die anyway. Oh no! How do I get it back? Well, that's just shitty, isn't it? It's gonna come back. One day I'll get it right. Still don't even know if this will work. Seems like I do, Sonic, but there's not one there. Let me check. I got a Discord message. Bear with me just a second. see. I'm just gonna see if I can figure out what's next here. Oh, that's it. What? Sorry, what? Oh, that was a non-ending, huh? Huh. That was it. That was the end of the DLC, because I mean, I guess I understand why they did that, because the end of the game is the end of the game. It's the very end of the gamey. I guess it adds stuff to the end of the game a little bit, but not much once you finish it again. That's kind of weird. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Definitely a cool game, though. Or a cool expansion. I just, was hoping for something a little more definitive. Alright, well. Yeah. That's gonna do it for Outer Wilds. Echoes of the Eye. Darn. Yeah, at least I got through it, right? I cannot believe how anticlimactic that was. The first game, like, the actual game ends, like, and I guess that's why again, but it's just, it's surprising to me. Presumably, he's there at the end of the game now. Like, once you do that on the save, and then you go back and do the end of the game, presumably he's there. What do we do? We're only an hour and 10 minutes in. Uh, what do? Guess I could play Far Cry. We got Far Cry, RuneScape, a Shenzhen puzzle. I have not been able to. That's too far down the rabbit hole for this stream. Well, I don't know. We got some programming people in here. I don't know. That's probably. I don't know. Let's look at it. Why don't we look at it? Fuck it. I haven't loaded this up in a minute, but if this game will capture, will grab the game here. Come on, Mr. Game Capture. You can do it. Oh. Hey, there we go. Okay. Prepare to be confused. And hopefully you can help me. But we're going to be confused together, because why not? That seemed fun before, right? So, we're playing Shenzhen IO today. Where is my... It's been a second. Let's see, we're going to go here. So, this is a programming game, sort of. It's a simple instruction set. I'm told it's similar to oh my gosh, we're already off to a terrible start. Assembly. I'm told it's similar to assembly. So have fun with that. But let's look at some examples so we can know what we're doing here. Okay. So you're given a thing you got to do. So we've got a button, right? And there's a button over here somewhere we're going to imagine. And then we've got a pulse. So there's going to be a pulse coming out. Basically, when the button's pushed, it wants pulses as indicated in the verification tab. So we're going to look, and it's going to say, okay, when the button's hit, you're going to pulse on and off until they let go of the button. And then when the button's hit again, you're going to pulse on and off until they let go of the button, right? So previously, I made this little program, and it's going to take P0. So we're going to test equal. This ACC is 0. And if we know this ACC is 0, then we're going to test equal P0 to 100. That means P0 has come up. If P0 has come up 100 there, right? So if somebody's hit the button, we're going to move 100 into P1, so we're going to send a pulse. And then we're going to sleep for 1, and then we're going to move 0 into P1, so we're going to go do our on-off, right? And then we're going to sleep. Otherwise, if we fail the test, if this ACC is equal to 1, then we're going to move 0 instead, because we know we need to move forward, and we're going to sleep for 1. So it's an example of how that's going to work, right? And then you can kind of debug here by stepping through the code if you need to do that. And there's a bunch of different tools you could use, and the goal is to kind of make it more efficient. Well, what you're going to find, and maybe this is true with ExpressLRS, Brian, is that one of the issues you have is you're working on a very limited set of things. And that may be the case, like I said, otherwise. But so you can see my poor example of how I did this one, right? So this is a much more advanced thing. So we've got an audio device, and we've got a maximizer. So we're going to change the audio out based on the maximizer input. And you see a bunch of values here. It's basically just like doubling, but with some math. Anyway, and I can show you guys how to get that information in a second, but I'm not going to go through all that yet. Basically, you can see it works. And you're using 2, and then you're passing across the buffer here. So we're passing across these these X's. Problem is, I'm stuck. So, here's the fucking problem. I could do this if it's one way, but it's two ways. So, essentially, this is a timer circuit. So, it's an alarm. And if somebody trips the sensor while the on time, between the on time and off time, then we need to trip the alarm and send an alarm output. But if it's not tripped, basically, if it's not tripped, like if this was between the off time and the on time, then we just need to not pass the alarm. We're good with that. And then we're working off a clock here. So the big problem that I've had so far is that I can handle one side. Like I can handle on time to off time, right? But I don't feel like I have enough room to handle off time to on time. Because you have to handle for both. Because what'll happen is it'll flip. And so a night alarm will be instead of a day alarm. So once we go through this whole section here, we're looking at a night alarm, right? 93 to 38 is the on time. What'll happen is it'll flip, and then the next one will be the other way around. So the on time will be lower. And then we have to account for that in the code. And my problem has been accounting for that. So I've been able to get one side of it done, but I can't get the other side. I can't get the day alarm side to work. Even like adding like MCs and stuff, it was, it becomes a real mess. But yeah, I've had basically zero luck. I'm trying to handle the alarm output here based on the sensor. So, basically I'm trying to pass info from here, like X2, I'm trying to pass like, yes, it's alarm time, right? And then I'm going to get the sensor. So the sensor's going to say, hey, it's alarm time. And hey, the sensor's over the requirement. So let's move the alarm and then sleep. And then we're going to trick it again the next round. Problem is I've got to fit all the other shit into here for the times. Because the other problem is like, if you put in another MC here, right, you've still got to get these times to the other MC. So that means you're going to, then I'm going to have two, so, and I'm going to be drawing two wires. So I guess you could double it like that, right? And you got to fit everything on here. It's a real mess. So I was trying to do it in one, and I know you can. I'm sure you can. Fuck if I know how. Because you're basically doing test greater than, test less than, and test equal are your deals here. Let me pull up the I'm gonna go back out to the data sheets. If you haven't played this game, this is Shenzhen IO, and it is really cool. I mean, I was having fun up until we got here, but that is the way it goes. Let me pull up where is this? Can't find this window. That's weird. There it is. Fit to screen, transition. Okay. So this is the manual for this game. Of course, you have application references, right? That's how it's going to work. So we have basic instructions, right? So we could do a non-instruction. We could move from 1 to 2. We could jump, so we can move something. We could jump. We could sleep. So you get to jump with tags. You could sleep. Or you could sleep on X, so you wait till an X bus pin. So the X's are the X bus pins. Then you have your registers. So you have a register, ACC, and then you can have a second register. And then you have adds, multiplies, all that kind of jazz. Check a register. And then your test instructions are just test equal, right? Between test greater than, test less than, test compare. So test compare lets you disable if both are equal, then enable whichever's higher. And that's it. That's what you get. Like you're working in this limited instruction set, and that's kind of the world. You know, you have 2 registers on some of these. You've got just a few of the pin registers to use. You're working very limited, so let's go back to the game here. Hop back into this sensor view so we can see it. Do the values wrap at 100? Maybe there is a way to use the wrap. That's interesting. I don't think they wrap. I think it's like, I don't know actually. I'm trying to think how I would do that. Well, we could test pretty quickly, I guess. Let's just see what happens when we do that. So let's test compare. Let's just do test. Let's move X0 ACC and multiply. Is that right? ACC 5. No, it's what's the fucking command? Seconds since I've been in here. Oh, right, because that's how it works. Yeah, it's multiply 5, and that will multiply against the ACC. So let's see what we get. No, we don't wrap. Stack in the ACC to 999, I believe, is the limit on the ACC. I guess we could see if we wrap past that, right? I don't think we do. I think we just cap out. So let's do 15. Yeah, we just cap at 999. This kind of thinking I need, though, because this is the kind of thinking I haven't had. So I'm happy with that. So we're to sleep on the times you don't need it on. Yeah, honestly, I'm not worried about cycles at this point. I'm happy to waste cycles all day long. I just want to beat this level. So, you know, in your head, right? We're working off this. The other one I can't get past is this VR buzzer, right? So this is the other one, and there's a hint there, I guess, with non-blocking buffer, but hell if I know what to do here. Radio RX is a non-blocking XBus buff input connected to a radio receiver. So this RX is connected to a receiver. Buzzer is a simple output connected to an electrical mechanical buzzer. Buzzer's over here. When a data packet is received over the radio, read it and execute the corresponding command. So when we read a 0, we're going to power off, turn off the buzzer. 1, turn on the buzzer. Seems simple, right? The problem I have is working with these fucking XBus inputs and handling these cases where sometimes you have an off without the wait. So you've got an on, off, on 0, and then I've got to stop. Or then you have on, off 0, and then you've got to stop. I found that when I was doing this, it just did not turn out well. So lots of puzzles to figure out. Maybe I'll dive deeper back into this off stream again so I can remember what I remembered before. But I think this puzzle's pretty clear what we need to do here. We've just got this time input. We've got a clock, and then we're going to check that clock time based on the on and off times. But yeah, that's the problem. Basically, I'm doing a test. The problem is I'm testing the time versus the on and then versus the off. So I feel like I'm wasting. But I don't know, like I can't come up with a rule that I can like cheat, right? So if I assume like if this is on counts it's off, or if off counts it's on, whatever, right? I feel like I can't do that because they switch. So then if the on time's lower, then I need 2 sets of cases. So I need like a day alarm and a night alarm block. And when I tried to make a day alarm and a night alarm block with 4 tests basically in each, I wasn't able to do that. It just didn't fit. So, I mean, I guess I could move on time to another block and then just try to satisfy the off time, but then you don't, like, yeah. So that was why I was doing test compare. So I was starting with comparing on and off time to decide if it was a day or night alarm. You know, basically if subtract, you know, comparing the two. If the on time's higher, then it's a night alarm. If the off time's higher, then it's a day alarm. But I didn't feel like I have enough room to do the compare, do all my tests in between, and then come out. So I'm thinking I need to do the comparisons, and then somehow I get like I can use the I don't know. I'm not a math guy, so my guess is like there's some way to like subtract on from off, and then use that after the fact of doing the test or something. Like so my blocks don't have to be so big, so I can use the comparisons. Um, yeah. So basically, so I can do the comparisons once, like so I can subtract them against each other once instead of having to do it multiple times. Not really sure how I do that. Like I feel like this is what you have to do. Um, like to get the alarm out. So I feel confident about this part. We just need to spit out X2 with the fucking answer. So yeah, before I was doing a test compare and I was doing test compares X0, X1, and then I'm moving to a different block based on the others. But again, I think I need to find a way to compare the times to P0 before, or do some subtraction to get a value and then compare that value against P0 with a rule based on the comparison. Some shit like that. I don't know. This is where my brain isn't like a programming brain. I don't do this all the time. So I don't have those tricks. And I feel like this makes you use all those tricks because you can't just cheat with the thing. Or you can't just use like I can't, you know, if I was doing this on my own, like if I was learning to program, I would just write a longer code and it would be inefficient. But this is like no, or it punishes you greatly because you have to work so much harder. Because I have to move shit out of like X3 and then get it over to another side, or I have to do like, yeah, it becomes so much more complicated. And the biggest one I have is 6,000. Notes to make it more clear. Doesn't really help anybody. Okay, what can we do? So if we subtract the two, what are we learning? Learning the difference between the two times. If the difference is positive, that means the first time, but we have a compare for that, right? That's the whole point of the compare. Is we could just compare the two values and then we know which is higher. So I don't need to subtract them to know which is higher. Does subtracting them and knowing which is higher help me compare P0 though? That's kind of a question. So I guess, okay, let's think about it like this. If P0 is, if the current time is 20, that means the alarm is on. I don't know how to wrap down. That's the problem. Wrapping would help with this that Bri talked about. We don't have wrapping. Um, but it doesn't say it has to alarm if armed during the time. That's correct. There's no arm. Can't we just turn off when the on when the value is x0 and off when the value is x1? Yes, but the problem is it will flip. So the next, like basically you get 3 test cases. So we'll pass the first test case here, but then the second test case will be our downfall. But I think you might be right in that I'm trying to do too much testing in between the times. So maybe that's where my problem is. Maybe I can do the comparison and then do the day or night. All right, let's just start typing this out and then we'll see the problem, right? So we're going to test compare x0 and x1. So if x1 is, or if x0 is higher, that means we're in a night alarm. So during a night alarm, we want to hey Sky, how's it going? Good to see you. So if we're in a night alarm, then we want to test if P0 So we want to test which way, hold on, I gotta figure out which way is greater or less. This is the other problem, is your testing has the stupid rule in between it. So let's see. At the on time at 93, I need to alarm. So if P0 is 93 or greater, I need to alarm, right? That was my problem, I think, that I was having. So do I do another compare? Is that my problem? No, because it'll disable. So yeah, here's my problem. Is what do I do if this is 93? And maybe I'm just forgetting. What do I do if this is 93? Because I need to test equal 93, or I need to test greater than. No, I need to test greater than 92. But then I have to have a step to subtract from P01, right? To be under the time. So if I'm getting P0 93, and the on time is 93, then I need to alarm at that time, or if it's higher. And we don't know what P0 starts at. What if P0 starts later? What if P0 starts at 100? I can't catch 93, so I need to test every time, right? That's kind of where I think this is my problem that I was having before. Is because if I just say test equal, P0 X0, and then I use this as the catch. So then from then on it's on until it's off. One is actually, how do I do that? But two is, even if I did that, then what would happen is if we start P0 at 100, then I think I'm fucked. I guess maybe I could assume I never do that. I don't actually know that we ever do that. Currently, we don't do that in this test. And it won't let me see the next one until we pass the first one. I don't think it will. Okay, let's just try doing it like that, right? So test equal P0 X0 on a night alarm. If it's equal, then we want to plus move 100 X2. Then how do we satisfy in the future when we're greater than? And how do we know if we're less than the off time? Can we recursively jump back? Is that the idea? I could try to put a jump in there. I might be thinking about that wrong, but so it happens when you program on a screen. Okay, let's try what would I call it? Let's do this. I think I can do that. Yeah. So this should function, and then I can jump to this. So right, and that loops me until we satisfy that we're not. Oh no, that's only going to loop one time. So do we need to then? How I don't know how I do that. This is why I ain't a programmer. I could put a tag above or below. I could just put a tag somewhere that then does a test equal to x1. Right? Is that the idea? Right. We have to get back here, though. Was it something like, I don't know, this probably isn't what we do, but let's just type this out so I know why it's wrong. Okay, so we're going to test those. We're going to move 100, and then we're going to jump to, see, this is why I run out of room, because I don't understand how to do these quickly or efficiently. So then I'm going to jump to, like another test. I got to name these later. Test 2, something that makes any sense. And then like down here, I would do test 2, test equal, x1, x1. And if that's true, then I would jump to end, right? And then I'll have an end. If it's not true, we need to jump to test 1. So inefficient. I'm sure this is extremely inefficient. Does that even work? Yeah, but we're not in alarm state when we start. So this is my thought here that we do. The problem is I've got a minus here, and I'm in the compare still, right? So how do I do this? This is the other problem you run into. Those pluses are great, but when you have a minus, this TCP is going to carry down to, oh no, it's going to do this test next. And if this test fails, it's going to jump, so it's going to be recursive. Fuck. Let's see. I think the answer is this isn't something I should be doing on stream. Okay. I think I'm not thinking about this correctly. I have to have it basically be like, you know, this is a day alarm, that's a night alarm. Can I do a jump for, that doesn't save me any time or any space. And that's going to move. What to do. I know this is exciting. This is riveting stuff for you guys. It's so exciting, I know. So all you have to do to make it stop is to, you know, tell me how to fix it. All right, let's think. So we're gonna test compare these. If we're living in a world, what's the tag command? Label. No. Comments. Hashtag. Okay. Say this is night alarm. This is day alarm. Yeah. Okay. So we got that part. So I have some idea. So I can't do any minuses up here in the night alarm world until I need to leave or until I do a jump. Like I'm just gonna have to. I can't even have a minus to jump out. So that's the confusion I guess I have already. As I'm working in a world of yeses to get out. What happens when there's a no? That doesn't work. Well, we just move past it. Then we skip the minus section because that's the day section. That's when we end. So I guess we'll do, and sleep one seems to has to happen. An end has to happen. Both these cases are going to move 100x2. Makes me think these should be together. But there's only two cases of it, and a jump takes a line, so you actually end up doing 3 lines to jump to this on another line. Or 2 lines to jump to it on another line. Either way. Okay, let's see. RC Ritter says designing ESCs. No, I'm sure it looks like that. But I'm hoping this kind of stuff will help me learn, programming concepts better. I'm sure it will. But a lot of people are like, this is way more complicated than it needs to be, so this is just a puzzle game. I will say, like any programming I've done so far, I've only done like C# and C++ and stuff, but it seems way easier than this because you're not limited. Okay. I mean, am I just confused? No, because I have to satisfy the next time. So if it's a night alarm, we're going to test equal P0 to X0. As soon as that happens, we're going to move 100 into X2. But then how do we continue to do that until we fail? Until we like hit the off time? Because if we have a minus, I don't... Oh! I know how to do it. Okay. We were playing a video game, Scott, called Shenzhen IO. Basically it's like a programming game, and we're using essentially some limited version of assembly, or maybe assembly is this limited. I don't know enough about it. But we have a clock reading of a time, and we have an on and off time for an alarm. We have a sensor coming in, and we need to trigger that when that sensor triggers and our alarm is ready. We want to trigger the alarm out here. That's what we're working on a code for that we need to cover for when the off time and on time switches, and we're living with a day alarm. So I think I just figured it out in my head. Okay, we're gonna test not equal. What the fuck is that one? Because if it's not equal, we're good to move on. But if it is equal, but how did we get on the line? We didn't get on the line, but we're going to jump ahead. Yes, okay, I think I have this. So I hope I do. That would be cool. Where's test, or how do we do not equal? I guess it's just test equal and you fail, but that's not what I want. I need a not equal. Well, we're at the nighttime. So we could just test greater than the off time. No, we can't because we don't catch the off time. We catch one over the off time. Well, if we could, damn it, man. If we had a test not equal, because I don't want a minus, because if I do a minus, I'm pulling from the compare here, and I need the first minus to be for my day alarm if I'm going to do it like this. That means these all need to be positive. So if I could do test not equal these together, then I would be fine, and I could recursively loop on the move 100. So I could just do test not equal, and then jump, and then I could jump back here over and over again, right? And then when it fails, I'm going to jump down to here. That's going to fail, and I'm going to get out. But I don't know how to do a test not equal. That's not a thing. I have test equal, test greater, test less, and test compare. Fuck. Yeah, stranger. I wish I could just do that. That's for sure. Yeah, that's I'm familiar with that from C sharp. I believe that's how you do it in C sharp, and I'm sure most other languages. But unfortunately, I ain't got that. Um, shit, man. Okay, let's think about the other things I have, because I guess I could move it into the register. So I have two registers. I have ACC and DAT. So I could like move P0 into the register and then test against the register. What can I do with that? You can add, subtract, and multiply to the register. We can move stuff into the register. You can use not, which is that the value in ACC is 0, store a value of 100, otherwise store a value of 0. What? That's interesting. Does that just flip the ACC? That's weird. That seems useful. What the fuck? Let's see what I'm seeing here. Let's see, multiply. Okay, not. If the value in the ACC is 0, store a value of 100 in the ACC. It's just on its own. You don't do it operating. Otherwise, store value of 0. If it's that means if it's anything other than 0, it's gonna zero out the ACC. So can I flip the ACC somehow? I don't know. That's something to know, I guess. Set the digit. So you can manipulate digits in the ACC. Remember that. I could like try to store some digit code or some shit, but I don't feel like that's useful because I don't have that much information to store. I can pull out a digit and I have my tests. Son of a bitch. If I had a not, I mean, I feel like that would be the case. That'd be the world to live in right now. You know, and I can't nest inside, so like I can't get out of this compare world we're living in. What to do, what to do. So that makes me think this compare idea is wrong. But fuck if I know. Alright, let's see. I think what I need is a knot, and that's why I've been confused, is because I've been looking for a knot that I don't have. Or not a knot, but like a whatever. Not equal. Because of course I can test equal, but that comes out negative. Oh, it doesn't matter. Is that right? Because we'd fall out? All we care about is if they're equal. Then we want to leave the loop. That's why I need the not, though, right? Because if they're equal, then I can do something based on them being equal, which is leave the loop. But if they're not equal, I can't put a negative and it'll just fall out instead of jumping. I need to jump. It sucks too because I've actually tried to look this up and I wasn't able to find an answer because they patched this game a while back. And when they patched the game, they updated this puzzle so that it changed to a night and a day alarm. Previously, it did not have a night and a day alarm. It was only one type of alarm, and you could do the obvious thing, which is just treat it like one, look for the on and look for the off times. But unfortunately, they added a different thing. Brandon said, do you ever do motor maintenance, or do you just swap them when they're rough? Just cleaned a motor out and oiled the bearings on a trashed motor, and now it's running smoother than the other 5. It depends, but I typically just swap them. I don't know if I can hear the bearings are crunchy. I've definitely replaced a bearing, but it's not like top of my list for things to do. But it's pretty easy to keep a box of 9x4s around if that's all you're flying, because most stuff's going to be a 9x4. Though it sounds like you have hexes and stuff, so it's probably more difficult. If there's a couple standard bearings you can keep and stuff, it's just easy enough. Like obviously you shouldn't have to oil bearings on a bigger motor because it should be sealed. But yeah. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. I guess I could just use another controller. That's going to get messy. Because then how do I handle the out? I'm not sure how to handle the out. I guess homeboy here has 2 X's. I could test either X for 1. And then if either X is 1, then I move along. And then I have this be the night alarm and I have the other one be the day alarm. Boy, that's inefficient. So inefficient. This can make me real mad if it doesn't work. Do I have room? It's like giving up. But hey. It's the world we live in. Ah, fuck, how am I getting a P0 over there? I could cheat and just move P0 into P1 and then move P1 into P0 over here. There's got to be a way to organize this, right? Do this for sure. That's like, right where it could be. Like right where it could be. Switch. God, how messy. How do I get P0 over there? Rotate these. No, you can't. That. Well, this could come over to the left. This could rotate. No, can't go up. Oh. Howdy. Don't make this easy, do they? Has to do that. This can easily go to both. Alright, now this can go here. This can go here. Go here. This goes here. These go here. Jesus. It's harder than the programming puzzle. Okay. Now, I think all I have to do here... I still need sleep. I don't even know if I need the tag anymore, but... just in case. I'm just going to beat this level, and then we'll go from there. It doesn't. Well, this is going to be confusing for me. Okay, so X0 is on time. So if on time is greater than off time, that means we're in a night alarm. So in a night alarm, we're going to test and see if P0 is greater than X1. That means the alarm turns on, and we're going to start moving stuff in there. And then we're going to start testing to see if P0 is equal to X0. If it is, we're going to jump to end. If it's not, we're going to oh, we don't need to compare because we don't need to do both. Duh. Okay, so this might still be helpful. So if P0 is greater than X1, or is equal to X1, then we want to turn the alarm on by moving 100 into X2. And then after that, we're going to need to test because we're going to be recursive here. So let's just go ahead and do loop. Then we're going to need to test and see if P0 is equal to X0. If it is, then we want to get out by jumping to end. Otherwise, now we've got a new problem, which is this test equal is going to go to this negative. So do we care about that? Can we do can you do the negative first? Is that possible? I guess I didn't consider that. Test equal P0. So what if it's negative? We want to jump to the end. We do that. I don't think you can do that, but maybe you can. Okay, so if it's higher, so if P0 is equal to X1, don't need to compare. Ay, ay, ay. Still need to compare. Okay. Let's get through this. So we'll do it here then. Jump in. They're not equal, or not, if they're not better, then we're going to jump to the end because this is the night alarm block. It's here. We'll get through this. Then we're going to test, if they are equal, we're going to test and see if it's time to start the alarm. If it's time to start the alarm, we're going to move 100 and we're going to start looping. And we're going to see if they equal, and then if they are, we're going to jump. Not, we're going to start doing jump loop, right? You're getting blocked. Jump loop. Loops here. Let's compare. It was greater. We're going to test equal, P0, X1. That's not going to be equal. So then, oh, that's the bad. That was not what I want. So I do have to jump end out of here too. Oh, what's wrong? Sleep, sleep. But why isn't this? This I did earlier. Nope. Oh, do I have to move 0 into X2? If it fails, I think I do. Wait, now what happened? Oh. There we go. Okay. We did it. All right, now the alarm on time is coming here soon. 93, the alarm is on. Are they equal? P0 and X1 are equal. So now we're going to start putting out 100. We jumping. Oh, because we don't sleep. Is that why? Because we're never sleeping? Did we have to catch it every time? Because there's no sleep step. Fuck. Do I really have to catch it like that? Okay. So, I mean, in theory, then I don't have to have... Okay, if I'm just doing this every loop, then I'm comparing? Yep. I'm jumping to the end if they don't compare, because it's not our business. I'm testing equal P0X1. See if the alarm goes on. If it doesn't, we gotta go. So if the alarm goes on, then we do want to move 100. Fortunately, I think we also have to do... How do you do? Because the way I was doing it before is you have to now you have to test greater than and test less than. I don't just test less than because I can jump out of off, right? No, but I can't test greater than because we're going to cycle under 100. Like back around to the front. This is such an annoying fucking puzzle. So many cases where it fails. Blah, 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 blah. All right, well, that's enough of that for today. I'm still stumped as shit. That's where we're going to leave it. Made very little progress. But hey, I did beat, where is it? I did beat this solitaire game a bunch of times. I have 19 wins in solitaire. So, what you gonna do about that? All right. Well, that's enough of that. It's been a little over 2 hours. Tomorrow, I'll be on with Mr. Bardwell playing Cuphead. We'll be doing that together on my channel. I have that scheduled already. That's 12 p.m. Mountain Time. So, until then, I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you being here. This one over here does too. It just, doesn't know how to show it. Can you see over there? Sort. Gotta get the Henry cam going too. One day. We'll get that back up. All right. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace.